Warrior within dojo.
It's the warrior within. Dojo world's our goal.
And he asked myself from my instructor's camp to do some teaching to the fruits of Islam. And they said they had a gentleman who would be doing the teaching also. I think we did 10 or 11 mosques. That gentleman was the Grand Master Moses Powell. So again, I met him at that level where we would go and practice. And I would see him with awe and wonder because I was doing weapons and the sword and the jo and the sabio and the sai. And he was doing a marvelous job, better than I, with his bare hands. I did see him pick up or demonstrate a short staff, but that was the only thing that he demonstrated during that time. Again, if you speak of the master, you must speak of his roots. His teacher, the legendary Florindo Visacion and Grandmaster Ronald Duncan. These people continue to inspire me and all the masters of the New Jersey State Black Belt Association. I'm over 8 schools. If anybody know me, I do something called the Sadio. And because I learned the name, I never met Master Moses Powell's instructor. But anyone has ever went to a seminar with me, you know I do this. And that's for Master Vistacion, because Master Moses Powell made such an impact on me. If you've ever been to any of the seminars, in order to wrap your hand with the rope, you start with the V. And so that's my way of giving back to the legends. Not only being here for representing the highest iconic instructor, if not in the world, definitely in the United States. There's no other name higher that more people know than Master Moses Powell. Would you give that a hand? And lastly, as I said, you can't give him a hand without recognizing Master Ronald Duncan. Give him a hand. And Master Vistacion, give him a hand. My name is Hanchi Lingo. I'm from the New Jersey State Black Belt Association. I love to teach, and I would definitely love to be with you on the floor, teaching the 9 fighting styles or one of the 15 weapons in Okinawan Karate. Thank you.
Well, thank Hanchi Tony Lingo. It was very, very, very wonderful background and remain history of martial arts and some of my training. We're going to do the first award, and this award, before I bring the person up. When you come up for your award, after you get your award, just stand in front there so they can take your picture. It's your time to shine. This award is very special to me because of the person that I met in the 70s. And we met on the battlefield. There was a tournament back in the day, some of you would know, given by George Kennedy down at Villanova. And I used to go down there to compete. And at this one particular tournament, it was for the finals. In those days, you went during the day for eliminations, and you got a break, and you came back at evening time for the eliminations. So I made it to for the finals, excuse me. I made it to the finals, and there was 4 of us. And one of the persons that was in the finals that I thought I had to fight was Joe Hess. So, being from New York, it didn't matter what the size of the mountain was, we just climbed it. So. New York is in the house. So, I fought the first person, and I won. And then I wound up fighting the second person, who happened to be the brother of the first person I fought. And both of them was good. They were from Masoyama system, because the Senkai. It wasn't no piece of cake that's I'm gonna walk through that. We rumbled. But I had one technique that I always saved in the back pocket in case I need to pull it out. And that time I had to pull it out, and that's what I won with. Matter of fact, after I won the technique, he said to me, "You son of a gun, that was sneaky what you did, but it was legal, And that person, I got to know him, got to be very close to him, and visited his dojo quite a few times. And the program that him and his wife put together, it was one wonderful program. Now, I asked each and every one of you, once I mentioned the person's name, you'll know the kind of program that they put together. Matter of fact, they performed right in this hotel here in 2004 with Dr. Moses Powell. He loved the performance that he saw. So, I want to give them this award for the work that they've been doing. Remember, I look to see what a person has been done to enhance society as a whole. And then I decide who I want to give this award for, because this was Dr. Moses Powell. He looked to see, the work of the person, what the person had contributed. And he would ask you, about your life and what you're doing. So that person that I wound up fighting, it was the Dixon brothers. And Robert Dixon, Grandmaster Robert Dixon, was the second person that I rumbled with. I went on to fight, tell you what happened. The next opponent, and I was defeated, so I took 3rd place. That person had to fight Joe Hess. They fought for 1st and 2nd place. And when I saw what happened, I said, wow. I said, I'm glad that wasn't me. Joe Hess jumped in the air and hit him with a jump spinning wheel kick and knocked his head into the wall, and the glass of the wall came out the wall. And at the end of his head in the wall was there. I think Hansi Lingo said, we fought that guy. We had no safety equipment. You got hit. So, if you remember, if you looked at the times, and I remember I called her the Queen of Karate. She did a demonstration right here with a phone. I didn't forget that. She was beating up about 6 dudes, and at the end, just lay on the phone like, okay, what's up? So, and that comes from Robert and Wanda Dickerson. So this award says, Warriors in Dojo Incorporated in preserving the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell presents this Distinguished Community Service Award to Grandmasters Robin and Wanda Dickerson.
Greetings, peace, us, to each and every one of you. This indeed is an honor for me to, stand here and represent my husband. This takes me way back to when we first started, how we got into the arts. And I was listening to our brother Bengo say about how the schools were. Back in the day when we did our karate school, our grandmaster, Alfred Dennis Williams, had a school in the basement that we had to come in the wintertime, open up the doors. First we had to get the snow and ice off, then open up the doors, and then we walked down steps to go do our martial arts and training. So if you could go through that and come out with stars on your chest, you was a fighter, okay? So, it's like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. And our style is Kyle Christian Khan, which is a Japanese artist. Our grandmaster was with Osaki, can't think of the other. He used to break bulls with his hands. Oyama, yes, thank you for that. Yes, sir, Master Oyama. He used to break bulls with their horns, break with his hands, and we actually had the opportunity to witness that being done, and our grandmaster did the same thing as well. So, the company there, like I said, and our school is still functioning, even under my husband's loss. We still continue our programs that we have for the young people. The African drum and dance is still continuing. Our karate school is still continuing, and we are signing up children that are 3 and 4 years old, and that's where we gotta go, because they are our future. And if we are not allowing them to learn these arts, then we're doing a injustice to ourselves as black belts and whatever belt color you are. So it's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure, and like I said, it will continue on in the spirit of our ancestor, my husband, Sensei Robert Dickerson.
Okay, we're gonna get rocking and rolling, and to give us a good fast pace, we'll bring on what I call the smooth one. So okay, sound comes.
Let the warriors say us. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place here. Please give yourself a round of applause. We're going to feed y'all in a minute. Look at everybody smile. Okay. You'll be saying this minute instead of us, right? But we can't say enough about what's in this room right now. If you don't know, take a look at each other. This is a portrait of family. Us. We're going to start out like we normally do. Please forgive me if I lose, but I want you to understand that we've come from near and far to come honor Supreme Grandmaster Dr. Moses Powell and the legacy of Sanuces Jiu-Jitsu. Yes? 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 Yes. I see some of y'all ain't say yes. Yes? Yes. That's our us. That's a little better. That's yes too. Okay. But just acknowledge if you're from this place. We call it roll call. We do it every time family gets together. You might want to try it in your own family, right? Because we got relatives that live in different states, right? But I want you to know the families in the room today. How about New Jersey? Make some noise if you're from New Jersey. Yeah. How about New York? Yeah! How about Brooklyn, New York? Yeah! How about Queens, New York? Yeah! How about upstate New York? Yeah! No, I got you, Rob. Westchester. Yeah, okay, good. You know it's all by his right? All right, but we got the New York family in the house. Dr. Powell's originally from New York. Yeah, we claim him. That's right. But he was also a traveler. He was a man of the world. All right, he's one of those people. You know that expression that the mountain don't come to Muhammad?
Take the mountain.
Muhammad goes to the mountain? Yeah, that was our beloved teacher. He took it so many different places. He took it to Bermuda. Bermuda's in the house?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what I thought. I'm just wanting you to know, right? How about Philadelphia? Y'all be better than that for the Eagles. Is Philadelphia in the house? Okay. How about Virginia?
I'm VA.
Yeah, all right. From a couple of places, right?
I like that.
Delaware? Delaware's in the house? How about California? Come on now. Coast to coast. How about Georgia? I said this so many times before. Who did I forget? If you're in the house in a state that I did not call, who did I forget? Where? Maryland. Round of applause, right? Chicago? Yeah. We're from all over. And for those people that are not in the room today, they send their blessings. Us? Because when you send your spirit someplace, body don't always have to be there, right?
Yes.
You gotta remember, when you go visit somebody in the hospital, and they sick, why they let you in the room? You ain't no doctor.
Right.
But what you bring them?
Good energy.
Yeah, you give them good energy. You bring them your spirit. You bring them your heart. Yes? Sanuces got a heart, don't it? Sometimes we hit you with it, but it's okay. But this is a room that our beloved teacher, Supreme Grandmaster Dr. Moses Powell, stood in once before. He taught in this room. He brought us all together in this room. And he's still here. Us? So I want you to know that before we eat this food. I want to acknowledge earlier today, for about 10 o'clock this morning, it really was like 7 o'clock, because they was in here lined up at the door. We did a seminar in this room, and there were so many people in the room that came to represent Sanuces who we did. So please stand up if you're a seminarian that was here today to share the art. Stand up. Give me a round of applause, please. These are the martial art warriors. Please look at their face. Know their names. Ask them their names if you don't know. But they were here today to represent the Sanuces who did so. And I think that that's important because they didn't just do Sanuces, they did other arts as well, but they showed how much it was influenced. We got so many people in the room today that's being influenced by Supreme Grandmaster Dr. Moses Powell. I think it's important for us to acknowledge them as well. We got Sanuces legends in the house. Grandmaster Lumumba, please stand up. Give him a round of applause. Please stand up. Look at these faces. Stand up out so we can see your face. Johnny Ringo, Grandmaster Johnny Ringo's in the house today, always in Cali. Stand up. Grandmaster Professor Luke Ferreira is here. Was? U.S. Court John Credit's here, always here, every year. Stand up, brother. Grandmaster Rahid is here. Please give him up. Grandmaster Carl Mathis is here. These are the supporters of Sanuces. Wanda Dickinson is here. You've already met my beloved sister. And also Grandmaster, Sidagli. And also Shidoshi Nathan Das Ingram. Come on now. Stand up. We'll be at his event coming next Sunday. The Daily Artist Survival Magazine. Good. Gregory and Ronald Duncan. This is just on the Grandmaster level. Please, if you're a Grandmaster and I did not call you, please stand up. Stand up, say. Stand up, say. I love it when a young boy. I love it when the young people make Grandmaster because they be like right here beside me. You know what I'm saying? But
So, Grandmaster Hakeem.
Hakeem, where's he at?
Oh, he went outside?
Oh,
He warming up.
Come on inside. Farouk, stand up, brother. You hiding over there. Stand up, us. One of the other. Grandmaster Derek Williams is here. He's sometimes before This table is so large here. I want to acknowledge another person who's always supporting Sanuces and just stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on now. Come on. You're gonna know that name later on here. But we're talking about support here today. We're not talking about rank. We're talking about people who bring the love and share the love. Nobody should never have to give you permission to show your love to somebody. Right? You don't wait for somebody to make a Monday a holiday that you're going to probably take off anyway. But I'm just saying, but we're all here, we recognize ourselves as family. Us? So please, one last round of applause for yourself. You know, some people support, I don't want to say in the dark, but they support, don't really ask for recognition as well. But one of the people I want to recognize is Seafood Cliff. Stand up, Seafood. Us. They're always helping out and making sure that things go right as well. You don't always have to be up front. I'm going to step aside for a minute and let you guys get a chance to eat. But I want to take a moment to acknowledge my sisters here. My sister, who is my sister, and always acts like my sister, and always tells the truth. And she's going to come up a little bit later on and speak to you. But please, put your hands together and welcome Cheryl Powell. You can do better than that. But we wanted to make sure that the family were here, the daughters were here, and that we all had a chance to recognize each other. So please don't leave this room tonight without recognizing. You said somebody on the other side of the room. Shake a hand and make a friend. We're going to get ready to feed you. Is that okay? Yes. So that's the boy you say, I heard it down this time. So we're going to start it off. We got a demonstration for you while the food is coming out and getting in place. Grandmaster Terrell Richardson. Please, come on up. We're going to do a demonstration. Come on, welcome him to the floor.
Okay, my name is Grandmaster Terrell Richardson. The system that I do is called Smoking Stick. I come up under the tutelage of Grandmaster Rodel Dugup, who is in the Philippines, Batangas, Philippines. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on some of the stuff we do, whether it's single stick, double stick, knife and blade, you know, with all that. Here we go. So, as he gives me number one, right? We float it, we lock, and we strike. Okay, now, he gives me number two. Don't give me number two. Bang, boom, punch, and there's mine. Okay, he gives me number two. Come on. Come here. Now we can lock it. What's up? One, two, out. And we switch it to a stop.
Right, nice.
Okay? You give me number one. I float it over. Strike. Come here. Choke.
Right.
You give me number one. I don't care. This time I strike, take it here, choke, put it behind my head, and I whisper into his ear, tell him how much I love him.
All right now.
Nice.
He can give me, I don't care what you give me. Come from here, strike, strike. Don't let your stick go, I'm gonna take it anyway. Oh, I'm gonna take it anyway. Fine. Here, strip it, lock it. All day, baby. Give me number one. Then he turns around, give me number two. Good. I float it over here. Strike. Float it. What's up?
Nice.
I don't care. Strike. There it is. He can get it from here. Good. Turn around, strike from here as well. I don't care. This is called police. It's called passing. As I pass, I go here. Now, he can give it to me from here. No, that's right. And I can still go from here. He can give it to me from the same one. That's right, that's right.
Nice.
And matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. He comes with it. That's right, right? Now, what's the cool part about it, once I go here, I strike here, he's not gonna hit the seat. That's stupid. Thank you, that's what he's supposed to do. Thank you. So I grab him, spin him out, strip him with his own blade. Turn around and go here. Lock him. Come on, get up. He comes. 1, 2, come up, break. He dropped that. Now, I got blade too. I'm not gonna let him see my blade. Why should I let him see it? I want him to feel it.
Absolutely.
So we're holding it here. This is how we're gonna hold it. So he's gonna go do whatever he do. Good, I cut it right across here. 1, 2, 3. Stay to the brain.
Nice cuts, nice cuts.
Okay?
Change your angle so we can see this. There you go.
Can you move those sticks on the floor?
Yes.
Move those sticks on the floor.
So, just in case that was a little bit kind of quick, I'm gonna do that again. Here we go. I'm going here. 1, 2, 3.
Nice, nice.
Okay? Here you come. I don't care.
Interesting.
Slice. Now, as he comes with a wild whatever, I don't care. That's called gunting. That means silly. What I did was, I don't want everybody to see that because it's not fast. Slow it down for everybody to see it. He comes, I call it gunting. You're cutting. When I cut, you just push more out of the way. It's done now. It's done. It's done. Now, straight in, keep the blade. He come with his stab. Come on. Here. All I did was shift my body weight. When he came in with his stab, I went here. That's it. From here, I can go into my throws, or I just want to lock him up and go here with it. And then, some people might say, hey, they look like Sanuces. I'm done. I'm going to eat. I'm cold. So thank you, family.
George is looking at, that's the Kia form. That's the Lucas Jiu-Jitsu.
I'm going to give you a little story. I met her father in Vermont. Her father is one of the 15 original people that Dr. Moses Powell gave the 9 Kia forms to. So we travel all the way up to Vermont. And we're training on the floor. And who I paired up with? Grandmaster Urban Muhammad. Her father. The Rock, I call him. That's what the fellow I was getting hit with, rocks, boulders. So Doc said, time. And I was so happy to get away from him. So Doc gave us the next set of techniques to work on. And as I was going across the floor, at the time he was Professor Urban, he was on this side. That's where he was working at. But I'm going that way. But I said, I don't know more parts of that today. I'm going over there. I'm going to work with Shihan Ram. But when I got to the middle of the floor, that warrior side jumped in and said, what are you doing? You ain't never run from nobody. We're going to go back over there. We going to work it out. I had some other words I said. Now when I stopped, changed direction, and ran straight to Professor Urban. And he locked it up. He hit me, I hit him back. It's on. I don't care. We kill each other. After we got to the training, he came to me, he said, I like you. I said, oh.
Sound familiar?
He said, I want to give you something. I said, oh, what's that? He said, I want to give you the Pia forms. Now, I had some experience with some people who thought they knew him. And I started messing with them because I didn't want to deal with nobody who thought they knew him. And plus, and I found out later on, you got to get a doctor's permission. So when Professor Urban said that, I froze. I said, wait a minute. I said, let me check this out with Dr. Moses Powell. Because we was taking a break to go to Doc's house for lunch. So I come in the back way to the house, and Gina's there. She said, Sayfullaah, what's wrong with you? I said, I got to ask a question. He said, well, this is the doctor right in there sitting down. Go ahead and ask him a question. I don't know about this question. He said, go in there and talk to Doc. So I go in the living room, I turn up the kitchen to the living room, and where Professor Show is, Doc was at that distance. So when I got to that second line, the first line, second line, I went down on my knees. I said, because I asked Doc this question, when you hit me, I better be already down on the ground, that way I have that call before. So I'm walking toward Doc, Doc look at me. He said, what's wrong with you, Sayfullaah? I said, I got to ask you a question. He said, what is it? I said, Professor Urban wanted to give me something. He said, what Urban want to give you? I said, I was getting ready to, put the boom. I said, he wants to give me the Pia form. And Doc, he stopped. Looked at me, he said, Urban said that? I said, yes. He said, tell Urban I said, give it to you. And that's how I started learning. And that's how special Professor is. But those forms, they're fighting forms. And they're very, very special, and not everybody knows them. You can see some tapes that Professor Osei, you got Professor James Sims, you've seen those who've been in the past. We brought Grandmaster Veronica Walker up here, and she's the queen of Sanuces. So I want to once again just acknowledge the importance. This is all the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell. So Hassan will introduce our next demonstrator.
I think that the lesson there, if you ask permission. Was? Yes. Love said. Again, great demonstration by the love sister. Our next demonstrator is Professor Osei Jones. Please give him a round of applause. Welcome to the floor.
Back up in the room. All right, Doc had a thing. He said if you can dance, you can fight. So those of you that don't know how to dance, learn how to two-step. Us? All right.
Let's go, baby.
Professor Osei Jones. Please give him a round of applause. There's something rhythmic about Sanuces, isn't it? Right? Yes. You know, Doc had an expression. He said, you can't take a man and teach him to be hard and rigid, or he must flow like a stream.
All right.
Y'all can write that down.
Okay.
You see it on a t-shirt, you need to see the Powell family. You know what I'm saying? Because he said it and he meant it because he appreciated the heart of martial art. You know, the yin and the yang and the balance. But you see so much rhythmic stuff here because everything has some balance to it and some rhythm to it, right? Didn't Anita Baker say something like that? The rhythm of love. Okay, good. Or the rhythm of Sanuces, because everything has a flow. And if you've ever been in combat before, you know it's a sense of timing and thing that you must have, because you gotta wait for the pain to come back so you know which way to go. Okay, I'll explain one day. But please give it up for our demonstrators so far. I want to bring up another individual. You heard me talk about supporters here earlier today. This gentleman here has supported us for so long and continues to, and it's about to support us in a great way. It continually. He's here today, he's done a lot of things, and I'll let him introduce himself, but I want you to know that we go deep. You know, what's that, 6 degrees of separation?
Yes.
But we take off a couple of degrees when we talk about our family, right? So it's only like 3 or 4 degrees. Us? But please help me welcome my brother, Rollo. Us? Come on now.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Well, I'm the only one that can't fight here. But I am so proud. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Yeah. I am so proud to be here. I really mean that. Because Sayfullaah, I call him my pops. And what I know, hopefully I'm not embarrassing you by calling you that, but Sanuces means something different for me. It means protection. It means standing up and being proud. Because remember, I can't fight. But when I heard of the art form and I studied the art form and listening to these two great men, and if anybody knows me, I work in entertainment, movie and television. And coming here a little while ago and watching all these beautiful people do this art form, and I have to have Andre Levon to thank him for introducing me to that situation. Great actor, by the way. It's just ultimately amazing to be amongst great men that hold a standard, and women. And we don't have that anymore in our neighborhoods. We don't have that anymore, and we don't have a standard. These kids don't feel protected. They don't. That's in our entertainment, that's in our family lives, that's in everything, our music and everything. But see, I'm a person that likes to do something about those things. So, in entertainment, I wanted to bring Sanuces, I wanted to bring Dr. Moses' legacy to television and movies. And as Andre will tell you, when I'm in interviews or something, and they say, what is the fighting style of your TV shows? What is it, Dre? Every time. So I'm also proud of these gentlemen right here. And again, Ms. Cheryl, you'll be getting another award. No, seriously. March 14th, these gentlemen back here, this gentleman right here will be getting an award from the people at Marvel. And I tell Sayfullaah all the time, and I tell Soki all the time, that there's nobody that compares to you guys. And I've seen every fighting style, and I've seen everything, every stunt coordinator and everything. And I say and truly I'm going to use an old man word because I'm old, it's corny compared to what they do. So I am very proud. You'll be getting another award on that day as well, I promise you. I tried to get your plaque, and I fussed those people out for that too. But my whole thing is that I am proud to hold the standard in entertainment, and plus showing the young people that you are protected and there is a legacy. There are ethnic people, there are brown, there are all kinds of people that hold it down besides what you have been taught.
That's right.
And I'm so proud of that, and you should be too.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, again, like I said, I am a super busy guy, but I love being here, and I love this legacy, and you should too.
Rollo Robinson, please remember that name. Give him another round of applause. Sometimes we don't know who we in the room with, you know. That happens sometime, right? And then, you know,
Green points.
stuff starts happening, and then all of a sudden we become aware of each other. But what would ever happen if we became aware of each other before somebody else told us? So let's put our fingerprint. We put our fingerprints on everything anyway, right? But I don't want you to ever think that we forgot you. Our next demonstrator is going to, he has so many talents, but he's going to represent ninjutsu today. You heard me speak about that when we were talking about the Duncan family. So please help me welcome my brother, Al-Amriykiy.
Nice. Working. Nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Mr. Al-Amriykiy, give him another round of applause. He's got those students representing ninjutsu.
Okay, while we're waiting for Yoshi, we're going to change it up. And as Soki said, Doc said, you know, he's another good Shotokan man, and but I've been one of the best out, so you can see, for those who have not seen him perform, you're going to get a wonderful treat in the Kafunsu. While we're waiting, I have a special announcement. Before I make this announcement, I want to go back a little bit. In the 70s, walking the first dojo in Philadelphia, and I met an amazing young man that can kick like I didn't know nobody else. I thought Bruce Lee was bad. And to me, this young man, he was a green belt. He was I enjoy watching him in reality than watching Bruce Lee on TV. And that dojo was the American Youth Academy that was run by Sensei Ernest Paramore. And that student, along with another student, Thomas Harper, and Charles Robinson, Howie, they were the brave ones that stayed in the dojo with the crazy person like myself. Other people used to come and see the windows steamed up, and they say, well, he must be in there. So they'd go back, wouldn't come to class. But Grandmaster John Crudup, I owe a lot to him and his wonderful family. His father, Mr. Ernie, opened up my eyes to a world I didn't even know existed. And I'm very grateful for that, because it helped me to mold me to the person that I became today. And there's not too many people I look up to as role models for myself, but his father is one of them. And another one, Hanshi talked about, I got so much knowledge from him. He said karate is not about just kicking and punching. That was Uthman Abdul Salam, Sensei, 105 South 60th Street. I used to walk from 32nd and Diamond in North Philly to that dojo to train and walk back. So Dr. Moses Powell, of course, and my teacher, of course, my teachers who I first started with, James Walter Yates and Nathaniel McBride. So these are some of the men that I look up to, in our community, the Philadelphia community. There's some very special instructors. I was blessed at a young age to be around. And Hanji Lingo was one of them. I call him the express train, because every time I went to a tournament, he was running through somebody. And Grandmaster Ali Wright, I always tell that story with him. He said, why you tell that? I said, because it happened. You gave me 3 lips, At 1, 2, then the blood dumped out at the 3rd one. But it was fun. Those that's the way we were. John has been consistent, been around. Oh, and I gotta tell you, best spaghetti and meatballs I've ever had. From his mother. He used to sit down and eat. And I enjoyed that. Wonderful family they come from. And what he has been able to do, with the martial arts, bringing us together, with the Philadelphia Historic Martial Arts Society. Awesome. Wonderful. So when I have students like that, students who were earlier at the seminar, they're all up in age now, 69, 70, 71. And the oldest one I have now is 79, but he's still in training. And one student, but we were training under the Salam Sensei together, and then I got to go and train, and he trained at the JKA under Okazaki, and then we came together again. I just found out that on January the 11th, Shihan Buford Culver, he passed away. So that's he was a driving force for me, because he's the only person. I swept him. We was in Fenway Park, because he was like, I just said we fought. And I swept him, and I thought I was going to take him down, and he reached over in midair and hit me in the solar plexus with a punch. And I dropped him, I couldn't move. I said, wow. I think this is real, man. I may be dead. but I got him, I had, a nice round stick, got him later on back to that. But anyway, it's just the loyalty. Loyalty. Those students who've been around and been with me all these years. This year, just like Auntie, This will be my 60th year in the martial arts. So, that's my karate students. Now, in dealing with my Sanuces students, who've been very loyal, down thick and thin, I'm very happy to be able to do something that I didn't think would be coming this soon. But the student has been with me. Next year for him, it'll be 30 years. Wow. So I looked up the time and the rank, and I seen it, okay, somebody suggested to me, you should promote that student. Absolutely. Because my student is getting promoted, and we can promote them together, but I had an eye surgery, so I couldn't make that happen. So I consulted with some of my seniors, colleagues and some other instructors, and they said, oh yeah, he deserved it. So with that in mind, I have the certificate here. I'm going to promote this student. Not because I want to promote him to, but because he earned it. I told when my students test, I tell them, you got to take it from them. You got to take it from them. I put on that floor, and sometimes I'll test them only twice a month. I mean, twice a year, every 6 months. And if you're not ready when that 6 months come up, then you got to wait till the next 6 months. So we're not going to quit school. As a matter of fact, my students were supposed to do a demonstration at the seminar early, and when I went to class, they just didn't have the energy that I wanted them to have. So I said, well, we're not going to demonstrate. You're not going to be up there like that. And I told some of my students in Saudi Arabia when we was demonstrating, they were, they had a rough day that day. We did about 4. This was the 5th demonstration we were going to go through. They was in the back talking, whispering, I heard stuff. Oh man, So we get ready to go up. I know what we're going up to from the rooftop in Saudi Arabia. And I turned around and told them, I said, listen, get your act together. I said, I ain't gonna look bad out there. You may look bad. I ain't gonna look bad. Absolutely. We walked on that top, we're gonna see all those people. The lights were shining, and they looked like that. And I think this is on YouTube. Nobody wanted to demonstrate with us after that. So, and this student, he was one of the students I was with. They left their job, traveled, all the way to Saudi Arabia. And when they came back, they did such a good job. Not me, the other folks. We having a seminar on Sunday. James comes up there, the instructors had a conversation about the 2 of them. And they were going to promote them to black belt. And they was already EQ. And I said, nah, but I felt, y'all feel that way? Boom. So this Sanuces Group Jiu-Jitsu eye-to-eye system of self-defense, certificate number E-033. It says, is to acknowledge that Abdul Karim Ibn Wright has successfully completed all qualifications demanded that this dojo in the ancient art of jiu-jitsu for the rank of professor, 7th dan. Nice. The above named student has also proved to be of unquestionable moral character and possesses the true spirit of an outstanding jiu-jitsu. It is with great hope that this jiu-jitsu continues in the art to further his or her knowledge and endeavor to perfect his or her character. And witness whereof this certificate is duly issued under our hand and sealed on this date of February the 15th, 2025, and it has my son, signature on there, Grandmaster Sayfullaah Al-Amriykiy, also has Silky Hassan, signature on there, and Grandmaster Lumumba, he's one of the legacy in Sanuces, he was signed it, he said he was signed the certificate also. So upon this, Let me take him out. He has a second certificate. But this certificate says on the top, Grandmaster Moses Powell. And it has Grandmaster Moses Powell's signature on it. Legacy, us? It's such a privilege and an honor from his hand to my hand. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because, you know, nothing's promised to us, so this day is definitely going to live. Master's in the house to bear witness. You know, we have this thing when you give somebody rank, you don't give it to them in the closet. You don't give it to them when the day's off when nobody's there. Somebody got to bear witness to that. You come up with a piece of paper and say, yeah, well, who else was there? Who seen it? But I ain't gonna go there. But I think y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, to continue with our demonstrations here today, speaking of Shotokan, in the house today we have a national champion, also a descendant of Grandmaster McBride, who's also Sanuces. And that would be Kyoshi Derek Williams. Give him a round of applause. Right? Kyoshi Williams. Us? Shiro!
Move a little slowly tonight, that's because I ate before I put my G back. No excuses. No handle. I'm doing the traditional karate form of Kunsu. One of the most highest forms of Shotokan system. As most of you know, I love Shotokan as well. I wanted to dedicate this to Doc.
Derek Williams, Kyoshi. Us. I wanted to show you, but we wanted to show you that we karate's in our family as well as jiu-jitsu. I hope you appreciate that. I've got some more demonstrations for you as well, but I just want to bring up an individual that's done so much for the martial art in a short period of time. And it doesn't mean that he's been in the martial art in a short period of time. It's just that a project that he's involved with now that we're all involved with in this room, and hopefully you'll get a chance to be further involved with as years go on. But this coming Sunday, on the 23rd, in Manhattan, New York, in the Chinatown district. There's going to be an expo, call it that, but it's called DOSCOM 5. Please look that up on the internet and support it if you're in New York. Well, if you're not from New York, because there'll be so many people from different states coming as well. But he's the chief editor of the magazine. He's here with us today. He's honored many individuals in this room, and he continues to do that on a daily basis and to show his support. His legacy, you know, when I start talking about all the deeds that he's done, he gets kind of embarrassed and tries to shut me up, but he's a walking, living legend. Please help me welcome Shidoshi Nathan Ingram. Please, let's. We have this award for him today. The award reads as the others, the Warriors Within Dojo Incorporated, in preserving the legacy of Supreme Grandmaster Dr. Moses Powell, presents this Distinguished International Publication Award to Nathan Ingram here on this February 15, 2025 in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hiroshi Ingram. Thank you.
Everybody, please give yourselves a hand. I'll make this very brief. I'm sitting here in the back and I'm looking at the unity with everybody. And I'm so proud of everybody here. I'm really proud of you. Seeing martial artists come together, brother, thank you. Thank you for, look at this, thank you. I'm at a lot of events lately, which is kind of mind-blowing to me that I'm doing that, because 3 years ago, nobody would have told me that I'd be traveling like I'm doing and having this magazine, your magazine, not mine, your magazine, doing what it's doing. So with that being said, I just want to let you know that I watched Moses Powell for years. I admired him. I thought he was a superhero, especially for black people. You know, I thought he was our superhero. And listen, nothing wrong. It's not a racist statement. Listen, look at Superman. You know? And this is not a racist statement because we have everybody in our magazine. It doesn't matter the color. But I am very glad to be able to represent the martial arts world with our magazine and so many different representatives that we have. Hassan Khalid and Carl Matthews on our board. But right now, I just want to say, this is what I really want to say. Our magazine is designed for you, martial artists that are not given the opportunity to be in magazines for whatever reasons. I like to represent you. Let your legacy be told. Imagine with all the work that some of you instructors put in, and God forbid something happened to you, nobody even knew your name. Except for in the martial arts world. Remember, the martial arts world is like a grain of sand on the beach. Not too many people, you know, most of us are legends in our own minds. They don't know who we are. I see some of the instructors get on Facebook and talk so much. I said, nobody know who you are. You understand? And you make yourself less likable when you talk so much. The magazine was designed to bring martial artists together, like the ones here. I want to celebrate you, you know? And if I'm a bad guy for doing that in the eyes of other instructors, they don't need to be in our magazine. They don't need to be there, because it's for the martial artists that really trained hard, really did a lot in their community, and are living with integrity. That's what the Deadly Art of Survival was all about. And bringing peace to the martial arts world, okay? We took an oath to be good instructors, teach children, be respectful, be honorable. If you have filth coming out of your mouth, if you're womanizing, if you're acting a fool, what do you think is going to happen to our children? They see this. But I want to do something right now. This man brought everybody together. And the Deadly Art of Survival magazine want to bless him.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This is how you remember warriors. This is how you remember warriors.
Yes, sir.
want to say, God bless you, thank you for everything you've done for the martial arts community. Me and this brother, I call him when I call him, I always tell him how since I met him, he's changed my life. So humble, so respectful, always saying, sounds so happy to hear from me. He don't realize I'm happy to hear from him. You know, he's my hero. God bless you, man. Thank you for all you've done. And thank you, martial arts community. Please subscribe to the Demi Artist Survival magazine. This is your magazine, okay? This is your magazine. Thank you so much. Yes, you're in the 20th edition. So if you get the 20th edition, you'll see his article in there with a beautiful picture just like that. Okay, next week, DOSCON, 23rd, next Sunday. Come down in New York, and you're all invited. Thank you.
Look at that.
Sorry.
I just want to thank my students since they honored. He had me come up to his house with my nephew and my son. That's my son getting beat up. He took this book. So, and Nathan took it and put it in the magazine. So, also took us out weeks in the magazine. Also, Professor the others in the magazines. So, you know, it's a very good magazine, and they do very good, you know, write up on the martial artists who, you know, they want to let people know about. So, but I'm just a little old man. Thank you.
I want to take a picture.
#1 magazine in the world. Not in New York, not in Virginia, not in California, the world. Please, Charles. We're going to continue with demonstrations we have that, you know, this brother has been in my heart and my dojo, and I've been in his, and he likes to just call me a mentor. I don't never see him take the mic without mentioning all of his mentors. But he brings his family with him. There's nothing more can be said better about when a family trains together. That's a slogan too, right?
Yes.
Family trains together?
Now it is.
Stay together, right?
That's right.
So please help me welcome Grandmaster Abdul Hakim.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you for Brother Sayfullaah for inviting us to do a little demonstration. From Grandmaster Lumumba. Okay. Brothers, let's give courtesy to everybody. We give courtesy to all the Grandmasters, Supreme Grandmasters, and so on. Courtesy. Eye, heart to heart, each one. Eye to eye, heart to heart, each one. Sanuces Tai Chi. 24. Open Tai Chi.
Very nice.
Always comes out to support the event. Again, the award reads, "The Warrior Within Dojo Incorporated, in preserving the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell, presents the Distinguished Dr. Moses Powell Legacy Awards to Dr. Lamumba Hernandez, February 15, 2025, in the city of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bus.
Good afternoon. I don't say too much, but I love what's happening here. I will continue to do it. It's very good. Thank you very much.
That's right.
So sweet.
You got it. I told you it's short and sweet. Man, a few words, but definitely a distinguished award.
We'll go through just a few more awards of that. Young man. I want to bring two wonderful young ladies up, and they're going to accept this award. One of our prestigious instructors in the city of Philadelphia, for the work that he does. He's definitely dealing with the youth. And there's a problem in the schools, they call him. He goes and handles the situation. These two young ladies, I actually be like guests tonight because they work so hard. Every time I go to a tournament, I see them working so hard. It makes me sit down. I mean, the energy they put forth, and to make sure that everyone there, everyone that comes to that tournament, whether you're a competitor, an instructor, a judge, or just a spectator, they make everyone feel welcome and go up their way to do it. And I appreciate them. And if you ever need help in organizing, these two young ladies are fantastic. So I wanted to bring up Miller and Kim. They're going to accept this award, this great, wonderful instructor. It says, "The Warrior Within Dojo Incorporated, in preserving the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell, presents this distinguished service to Public Safety Award to Grandmaster Ozzie Wright Jr., February 15, 2025, Philadelphia, PA.
So really quick, my grandmaster regrets that he can't be here this evening, but he wanted to make sure that you guys know that he loves you. The martial arts community is really important to him. It's like his family in the village, and he said he would reach out to each one of you at a later time, so thank you.
Thank you. Please give it up for the ladies again, distinguished award for the community. Because that's what it's about. It takes this whole village to get things done.
Before I present this next award, I just want to make an announcement. As I said, this would be my 60th year. 2015, I said I was semi-retired. It's coming 60 years in the martial arts. I was thinking about retiring, but my students won't let me do that. Matter of fact, Abdul Mateen, every time I tell him that he got one children that I've got through being bringing up to black belt, he comes with some little ones. Oh, you ain't finished yet. I got what? So it's a lifetime achievement, right? I got to deal with it. This next award is very, very special because this happened to me every time I do this. In 2007, he came out of nowhere. He was the first one I asked for a sponsor. He was the first one to come through. So I said, where he come from? 2009, came back again. This year, I came back after they pulled me back. I thought I was done 6 years ago. I said, 2018 was it. Here I am back here again. And I said, how am I going to pull this off? So he popped up again. He said, because he's one of the persons I asked for advice, should I do this or not? I do have some health issues I got to deal with. I didn't think I want to put myself through that much pressure. But just as we were rolling along, I got to hear the people who really wanted this to happen and really wanted to be a part of it. So I thank each and every one of you who came through to make it happen. You helped to help build this up and help this night be a wonderful night, but not just for the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell, but the legacy that you've seen of old Sensei Ronald Duncan, right? And you got another legacy coming up. We're going to bring them up to hear about another famous, wonderful instructor that came up during the time of Dr. Moses Powell and old Sensei Ronald Duncan. And his story is, we got to look into these fantastic martial arts that we have around them and learn the trials and tribulations they went through just to get us to the point where we are today. But anyway, when I call out for sponsors, he's the first person to answer my call. And this time, the hotel had changed the process for me. So before I can put a little down payment on, at the end I pay the rest, but they said the policy changed and after COVID, we got a new management, so you got to put this much down. I was popped up, I said, whoa, we don't come with that money from. I explained my problem. I said, I got to find out how to do this. And then him and another sponsor got together. And next thing I know, I had the deposit put down. Right. But the hotel didn't have to make this happen. So I'm very grateful to the individual because there were times when I had no funds. He said, those videos that you see me doing, it's his encouragement. I didn't think about doing it. The video. So I'm thinking the video was for you. He said, no, it's for everybody, put it out there. And I got so many compliments. Even so good, not gonna be. And I said, well, okay. And the money that I got paid by him for doing it, put me and my family in a good situation to where we can eat. So I want to thank this individual for this award. It says, the award within Dojo, Incorporated, preserving the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell, presents this distinguished Elite Sponsor of the Year Award to Mr. Sam D.K. You want to talk about someone behind the scenes? He's really behind the scenes. Sam, thank you so much.
Yes, one of the videos, which was made just this summer, has a very interesting comment. And the comment is, it's so good to see the seniors showing us what they know. Well, if you look here tonight, it's also showing what they know. We know how to celebrate the past. And thanks to Professor Sayfullaah, we also know a little bit about preserving the past too. Thank you very much.
So just so you know, once again, this organization has thrown me in front of this microphone. As I'm driving here today, I lost my way and I had to look back at Sayfullaah's flyer and I saw Cheryl Powell as speaker. I was like, oh no, not speaker again. What I love to do is just come, sit down, eat, greet everybody, but I'm always charged for speaking. So here I am speaking with something I made up today in my room. So anyway, I want to speak to you today about time. The essence of time, the impatience of time, the importance of time, and the end of time. Just to explain the impatience of time. Recently, I went to my high school reunion, and I'm telling my children, oh, I'm going to this reunion, it's the 50th. This is my son, excuse my language. Damn. I was like, yes, it's the 50th reunion, I'm going to that. He says, you know that means you've been out of high school for over 50 years. I said, yeah, I do know that. Went to the reunion, wonderful reunion, but during the reunion, they named a whole host of people that never made it to the reunion. They ran out of time. And so at that point, I was grateful that I was still here amongst everybody, amongst people like you, my family, because there are so many of us that never made it this far. My father's transition was 20 years from January. That was when when you put that in your head, like it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it's been that long. So I went over, what did we do with that time since he's been gone? There was some bickering during that time, but we actually did, as a family, try to do something with that time. There were organizations that were formed, the FOS, the USFA was formed, there was a host of videos and documentaries were attempted. People would send me all kinds of photos that they had of him. People were trying to, the Nation of Islam, they have a whole conglomerate of people. They have soldiers on foot bearing my father's name through VSK. So we have done something with that time, but we need to do more with our time as an organization, because now we're in the end of time. I know Christians feel it, Muslims feel it, everybody feels it, but you guys, my father has been sounding the alarm since he started. Sanuces, by definition, means simplicity of survival. That is SOS. He has been sounding an alarm since he came on the scene. And in this time, you all have to come together and come up with something that's going to help the rest of us survive. Because y'all have the power to do that. Y'all have the techniques to do that. It's not enough to watch him in video and watch what everybody is putting out. Listen to what he's saying. He teaches every single time he's on video. He's not just giving a technique. He's talking to you about it. He's telling you something. Please listen to the whispers, because in this day and time, you're going to need those whispers of wisdom to combat what we have to deal with today. And hopefully all of you sitting here will use what you have as the weapons that we have. Bullets are going to run out, right? People have more bullets than we'll ever have, but nobody's going to be able to fight with the techniques that you all have. No one moves like y'all. My father, I heard people say he moved in a special way. Yeah, he was a thug. He moved like a thug. He's from Brooklyn, Harlem. He moved like Brooklyn, Harlem. He wasn't no la-di-da. Yeah, he surpassed Mr. V. They didn't move like my father in the Philippines. He came with a certain amount of something that was appealing to all of you, because a bunch of thugs in this room too. So, and that's what we are. Not in a negative way, but we move different as a people. We don't just, you know, I don't know how to explain it. We like this and others like this. We do, you know, we make it happen. We do it a little bit different. And so he brought that out in all of you, so people cannot always catch your step. That's why he didn't do the competitions. For what? The street is not a competition. You need to go out there and be ready to fall and fight at a dime. It doesn't matter if someone is standing across that knows you're going to punch, and that's boring. You need to know exactly what to do when you're on the street and make it happen. So I hope this little bit of talk I gave you in 5 minutes that I made in my room in 5 minutes meant something to you. But that's what my father was. He was a man of Brooklyn, a man of Manhattan. He was your man. He was my father. He taught you. He didn't teach me. I tried a couple of times. I'll tell you right now, my last time trying, Sister Diane in Brooklyn, New York, we're doing some boxing and she kept punching me. I'm like, sis, why do you keep punching me in my face? She goes, you gotta duck. So I'm like, okay. You know, but she used to babysit for me, like, relax, right? So we're boxing and she's punching my face. I'm like, sis, she said, you gotta duck. So finally, Cheryl was ducking, but I didn't want to go back to that class because it's a little bit rough. But I'm not good at the martial arts. Y'all are good at the martial arts. And hopefully, if it goes down, I live at 8222 Avenue J. Come get me because I can't fight. Okay, thank you.
So we've been taught to two individuals that are non-Oriental. One passed, his name was Abdul Musawwir, and he taught me. It means blood and fire. What happens is when you touch the earth, you draw the energy from the earth, like I'm doing right now. Young chin, little pebbles. From the sky, I'm bringing the energy. By weight, this is your 6th and your 7th sense. So I'm closing the door of my 5, so I can feel the divine spark move for me.
better than that. Sida, Abdul, Mustafa, Bell, Takbir.